Welcome, guys. So, as you know that I am Rohtak forms are out, and please know that I am Rohtak definitely asked for extempore during their PI. They don't have any extra round for extempore, but they always ask during their PI as well. So make sure that you are well prepared, and there are other B schools as well like IIFT and XLRI which ask you for your extempore. So this is going to be a quick session. And for 15 to 20 minutes, first I'll guide you that how you attempt extempore. And then, as you know, we'll have live extempore session. All right. So now what can be asked? See, anything can be asked. It can be any abstract concept like philosophical questions, like red is the new white, something like that. Or it can be current affairs, anything that's going on in the trending news right now. You have to be well aware of that. Business news, economic, finance news, anything like global markets or ethical dilemmas can be asked to you, or any social or political issues can be asked because they want to know what your thought process is. What is your take on certain kind of debates? Are you pro? Are you extremist? So they want to know what kind of a person you are. So they'll be giving you some tricky topics like this. So in what can be asked, it's a wide range of topics. You can be asked literally anything. It's actually on your luck. So what were the topics that were given last year? This is some I have compiled from IIM Rohtak and IIFT. So the topics were as simple as global terrorism, capital punishment, or AI replacing humans, energy conservation, buy now, pay later, or dominance of cricket in India, women and leadership, data privacy, CSR, that is then sustainability. So as you can see, these topics are very general. You shouldn't be reading anything as specific to know about these topics. So the topic you can expect is going to be very simple, but they want to see how you structure your thoughts and how well you can speak during the limited time frame that you're given. So generally, the extempore will be for 2 to 2.5 minutes, not more than that, and you'll be given 45 seconds to think. Now, what to do? First, you have to understand your topic as quickly as possible. So, just take a few seconds, grasp the essence of the topic, and identify what are the key points that you want to cover. All right, then you structure your thoughts. Like make a quick introduction, add few points, maybe pros, cons, and then give a conclusion. Remember that you have to conclude all your main points because that would give you that would give your extempore speech a good structure and it will organize your speech. Next, you have to focus on clarity because don't beat around the bush or don't just avoid rambling. You have to be concise, stick to the main points, and ensure that you have clarity of thoughts. If you have that vision, you are going to show that in your extempore as well. And you have to use pauses effectively. I know that 2 minutes is a very less time. That doesn't mean that you'll have to rush into the topics. No, just give it a break, add few seconds, pause, emphasize on the main points, and that will also give you time to gather your thoughts because in the 45 seconds what you'll get to think, you'll be able to think only limited points. So when you'll be using pauses, that will also enable your mind to gather more thoughts and express yourself more explicitly. All right. Now, there are two techniques that I'll be teaching you right now. One is peel method and another is star method. Now, peel method is nothing but point, explanation, example, link. Now, see, let's take one topic from last year. Let's say AI replacing humans. Now, how you'll use peel technique here? See, first is point. What is the point? That AI is rapidly advancing and it has the potential to replace human tasks in various roles and industries. Now comes explanation. In explanation, what can you write? You can write that AI, through machine learning, automation, it is able to perform repetitive tasks and complex tasks with efficiency. And there are different fields like data analysis or customer service or manufacturing, where AI-driven systems are already streamlining the processes. So it's already replacing humans. So this is the explanation. Now comes what? Example. An example, what can you give? As I mentioned, one of the industries, customer service. So for customer service, what is an example? Chatbots. AI chatbots are doing most of the work these days. So you can give that as an example. So they can analyze vast data in fraction of seconds, which humans can't do. So this is how you can elaborate your example. Then link. How will you link it? you can say that AI's ability to replace the task is undeniable. But the emphasis should be laid on collaboration rather than replacement. So this will tell you that you're a person who accepts the thing the way it is, but at the same time, when you're looking at the broader angle, you want a solution. You are not just crying about the problem, but you are also seeking for an solution. So you have to show this mindset of yours to the panel. All right. Now, next technique is STAR technique. I'm sure you have read this during your VAT session as well. And this also comes in handy for your extempore. So what is STAR technique? Situation, task, action, result. Now let's see. We'll discuss STAR technique as well in one of the topics of 2022. How about we take buy now and pay later? So situation. What is the situation now? That this buy now pay later concept, it has gained significant momentum in recent years, and now consumers are opting for this kind of method for their purchases. Now it allows the individuals to make purchases immediately and pay for them in installments over time, and that is without interest. So it is a very good method of paying. It is very useful. So this is the situation. What is the task? Now, task is with the rise of the digital commerce and changing preferences of consumer, the task is here for the financial institutions and the retailers to cater the needs of these customers. Right. You have to elaborate this on the preferences of customers and how convenient and flexible it has become for them to manage their finances. Now, what is the action? Action is these financial institutions, they have to integrate, they have to partner with various services so that they can make it widespread and can allow them to reach every household. All right. And what is the result? The result will be a huge surge in consumer adoption of this buy now pay later scheme. So this is how you're going to approach your extempore. So these two methods you're going to use in every kind of extempore topic that can be asked. Let it be like on social issues or anything abstract, it will work for you. So now when you're going to use these techniques, it will give your thoughts a structure. And in 2 minutes, this is all what you need. Okay. So maybe now we can proceed with the extempore, live extempore. So first, who is the first candidate? One second. Afshan, are you here? Afshan?
Yeah, ma'am. Okay.
So did you understand how you're going to attempt your extempore? I'll be giving you 1 minute to think, and then you'll have to speak for 2 minutes.
Yeah, just a second, ma'am.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so are you ready now?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so your topic is ethical challenges in corporate world. Your time starts now. To think. 1 minute to think. If you want, you can even jot it down somewhere.
No, ma'am. And is it allowed in the main interview to jot it down?
Yeah. Some allow, some don't. So it's completely upon the B school. As of now, you can do it. Well, your time's up. So you can start now.
Corporate world resembles to the capitalism And when the word capitalism crosses our mind, we always see a hungry wolves and vultures trying to get as much benefits as they can and execute that plan. But what are the challenges? But there are a lot of things which they are also implementing into their strategy to cater those challenges. But still, they are facing a lot of ethical challenges. For There are a lot of ethical challenges for these world, right from manufacturing industry to the workforce and to the different kind of services industry. We have seen that how the manufacturing industry, how we have seen that in the corporate world, the manufacturing units and the manufacturing services are dumping what amount of they are using a good amount of fuel and are also dumping a good amount of waste into the different kind of land masses and water bodies, which is affecting our climate. So this is something which is on an ecosystem level. It is an ethical challenge for them to cater that, and they are also not following the SDGs also in this process. This is the first ethical challenge. The second ethical challenge comes from the services which are which are delivery services, where they are where the treatment of their own employees and are very challenging for them, because very challenging for them. So this is the second ethical challenge for the corporate world. And apart from that, there are many scenarios of the workplace and work life balance for the employees who are sitting in office also. So these are some ethical challenges which they face. And apart from that, there are a lot of cases have evolved where there were the exemption of taxes and some discrepancies in the import and exports thing by twisting the laws, which we have seen in the case of Facebook, which and a lot of other companies too. These are the ethical challenges which they face. But they can actually mend ethical challenges by taking the CSR responsibilities, and by implementing sustainability, and by
Yeah, you can
implementing.
stop now.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, so it was good, but at the end I said that you have to conclude, so you missed the conclusion part.
This is my
And
first time. Sorry.
yeah, yeah, no problem, no problem. I'm just telling that you could have even concluded, and you could have given more examples, like any recent example where an ethical dilemma was, there was a case of ethical dilemma in any company, or they did any fraudulent. It can be anything, like any fraud, accounts detail that have come up, or reporting was wrong, and what were the consequences. You could have used a specific example. I know you have used the example of industries, that was fine. You also mentioned CSR, that was good, but you could have also discussed more about transparency and how accountable every social body is towards the ethics and how it will help them in the longer run. And at the same time, you have to also give potential solution. Like, how are you going to address these challenges? So maybe stricter laws, or maybe awareness. The corporate culture, they have to prioritize their integrity and social responsibility. You have to use these points as well. So your extempore, it was good, I'm not saying it wasn't, but you have to also mention potential solutions and specific examples related to any company, and then you have to also include the conclusion part of it. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, sure, ma'am.
All right, so Harsh, are you there? Harsh, maybe we can take next one, Satya.
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, please turn on your camera.
It's saying you cannot start your video because the host has stopped it.
Okay, just give me a minute, I'll check it. Can you check now?
It's still showing the same thing. You
Okay, just
cannot start your
okay,
video.
okay, give me a minute.
It's on now.
Yeah. So are you ready?
Yes. I had to ask one thing.
Yeah.
Will I get a warning at 90 seconds, or do I have to like use my watch or something for
No,
2 minutes
I'll
later?
just tell you to start and then you can stop. And I'll tell you to start and stop whenever it is. No
Okay.
warnings as such. Okay, so your topic is, if a village kid finds my lost tie, what will he do? I'm repeating. If a village kid finds my lost tie, what will he do? And
Okay.
your time starts now to think. Yeah, you can start now.
So the topic I'll be speaking on is, if a village kid finds my tie, what will he do? First of all, we need to see what kind of village we're talking about, because India itself is very varied, and what a village boy does with a tie depends totally on the context. He will either identify it if his village is somewhere in a developed location, or it might be that he doesn't identify what the thing is if it is in some area where where civilization has yet not reached. Although such areas are rare in India, but still there are. So in the first case, if the kid identifies it, which I'm sure most of Indian kids would, they would either go to YouTube to search how to tie the tie around their neck, or they will already know from like their experience, or they would have searched something on it from before. They would first tie it, be impressed by how good they look, show it to their friends, to his or her parents. They would further go on to keep it in their almirah for like months, but eventually they would get bored out of it, and it would probably end up tying sticks somewhere or in some household chores. Isn't that what we do in our cities with our old ties? And in the second case, when the kid does not identify it, he might think that it is such a soft fabric. He could use it for wiping his face. He could use it for uh, decorating his shirt or anything. But one thing I'm sure, if he finds it attractive and thinks that the fabric is really nice, and if he is from such a backwater area where he has no clue what a tie is, he would surely keep it safe for a very considerate amount of time, maybe for years or even decades.
You still have a minute left.
Uh, Moreover, it is also possible that he shows it to his friend. Somebody knows how to tie it, but still, most probably, if he has not heard it, it is most likely that the people in his surroundings would not have heard it too. But what we can see here is the greater divide in India, which is uh, diminishing day by day as we are performing excellently as a country. But it is still there that there are many areas where people cannot identify the basic signs of uh, the Western civilization that we have partly taken inspiration from. I think it is something which we need to work on. We need to fix, so that all kids in India have a brighter future, and it is not possible for anyone to exploit any other person. And I think by this case of this kid finding a tie which some city person left behind, I think we
All right,
can.
you can stop now. Okay, so see, your key learning is you have to make sure that you finish that time and you shouldn't stop before that because it leaves a very bad impression on the panel. Okay, so make sure that I mean you have your structure of the thoughts in a way that you can cover at least the 2 minutes time span that you have got. So you started off well. Yeah, the two examples that you gave, that these two might be the cases, that was good. You also like generated curiosity by asking questions, that was good. But when I said that you still have a minute left, you panicked a bit, and after that, whatever you said, Actually, it was just beating around the bush, or it was somewhat off topic. So maybe that time you could have added more, like the kid doesn't know what the tie is, so maybe he could have like exchanged it with someone, or because kids are curious in nature, maybe they could have, and they are creative in nature, maybe they could have made a decorative item out of it or something like that. And or maybe some story, if you can make this in a storytelling way, that maybe his teacher wears the tie, so he can go to that teacher and show it to him, or somewhat engaging storyline if you can build out of it, that would be great. So how you started, I liked it. The two cases, that was good, but the last minute completely destroyed what you said before that. With practice, the only thing is be mindful that you have to speak for 2 minutes, and you think during your 1 minute time, you think that way, you structure your thoughts in that way. As I said, give pauses, think more, so that you don't panic in the last moment.
Okay. I wanted to ask you, will there be any clock in the extempore, or will there be any watch from which I could like see what how much time has passed, or
No, it's not allowed.
it's totally intuition based?
Yeah. Some of the panel members, they give you a hint at 90 seconds, as you mentioned, but most of the times they don't.
Okay,
They'll either tell you to stop and then you have to stop.
thanks.
Okay, so Harsha, are you there? I'm asking for the last time. Okay, we can go with Mayank now. Mayank, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, great. So are you
Can I
ready?
off? Yes. I think my camera is not clear, right?
Yeah.
Like I need to off this. Can I off this background image?
Okay, you can do that.
This is fine.
Yes, okay. So again, you'll be given 1 minute to think and 2 minutes to speak. So
Okay.
your topic is uh, white is the new red. And you can start now by your thinking time starts now. You can start now.
So the topic I'm going to speak is white is the new red. So first of all, so what is the white color? So in science, if we see, so white color is comprised of the seven colors that comes from the beam of light. It already involves the seven other colors like blue, violet, the red, green, yellow, and all. And in the white color, as it they involve other colors, so it can represent the any color into it. Now, talking about the red color itself shows the sign of danger, or the thing which is easily visible to our eyes from the far range. And even we read in our science that we view sun as in red in color, because this is the color which can approach to our eyes from the very far distance. It doesn't displace in a short point. So now, when we talk about topic like white is new red, it means the white color is getting focused from the various other colors from various other topic. So now every focus is in the among the white color. The more importance that white color is getting in the new world. Even when we talk about the corporate world, there is no white collar employees, that is top level employees, and these top level employees take the entire decision, which also represent the centralized in the position in of entire thing, that in the house centrally every decision is taken by the entire company, and there is no other involvement of other workers or low level workers. There is no part or intentions given, and so that low level workers can take the initiative to or respond. So ultimately the entire focus into is white collar employees, I mean top level employees. So in conclusion, I would like to say that this abstract topic itself represents the centralized power, the power in one hand, and it can be spread like other parts too, and as it the white collar itself in science itself have spread in different parts. So
Yeah, you can stop me. Okay. So I liked how you started that with white there is an indigo. That was good part. You could have built more on that. So white is the canvas upon which the diversity thrives. Like every shade and every perspective finds its place. So white is that color. You could have also added like how red shows dynamism. It shows like very strong emotions, but white shows peace, harmony. You could have gone like how. Uh, Even in the global geological, I mean, in the political sphere, how we should move from red to white. You could have shown that. Also, you could have taken an example of cricket, red ball cricket, white ball cricket, the shift that now people are liking more about the test cricket, anything as such. About the white collar thing, I felt that you exaggerated it a little bit. You spoke for about what 60 seconds on that. So you avoid doing that, avoid sticking on to one perspective only. And instead of saying instead of first elaborating what white means and what red means, you could have just said one quick sentence like red is dynamism, white is peace, and how we have to go, how we have to shift towards that, or how the world is actually now shifting towards that. What are the possibilities? Also, white shows new beginnings, so you could have started talking about startup culture in India, anything as such. So you could have actually delved into various possibilities, various perspectives. Overall, it was a good attempt. I'm just saying these are the other perspectives that you can think of. Okay?
okay, thank you.
Yeah, sure. Anmol?
Yes, good evening, ma'am.
Yeah, good evening. So, are you ready?
Yes,
Okay, so your topic is um, importance of emotional intelligence in leadership.
importance of emotional intelligence in leadership, right?
Yeah.
Sure. Hello. Can I start?
Yeah, you can start.
Sure. So topic is importance of important emotional intelligence in leadership. So first of all, understand what leadership is. Leadership is when a person has the responsibility to lead a particular team, an organization, or anything. And now let's understand what emotional intelligence is. It's comprised of two words: emotional intelligence. Emotional is derived of emotion, and intelligence is what we say as intelligence or being smart. Emotional intelligence plays a key role in any organization, any team, just so that we can avoid sentiments and personal connections as well as favoritism. We might feel sympathetic to an employee who's having fever, but that might cause an important meeting to us. This is really not something which we should consider when talking about emotional intelligence. And talking about emotional intelligence, it's as equally as it is as important in today's world as artificial intelligence. We are becoming artificial, but at that time we are losing emotion. We are too much depending on AI that sometimes we just accept being a manager. A person can just accept what's written on someone copied directly from the web or the internet. But the thing is, we need to understand, we need to build the intelligent question when we're trying to build emotional. Further, emotional intelligence can sometimes lead to favoritism. Reason being, if someone is not emotionally intelligent, he might feel, okay, that person is my important, and that could cost a company. Talking about, let's say, an example, supposedly if I'm working in a company, there are two employees. One is my close, one is someone I'm close with, another I don't like. But the other person is really skilled in whatever he does, and the person whom I'm doing favoritism is making a loss to the company. I'm not intelligent. I'm thinking, okay, he's having a problem. So I'm keep assigning the task to the person who's in the front. So if that person is getting overworked, he might leave the company, or he might feel too much pressurized, which could affect that person's mental health, which certainly not some, which should be a person who's having a leadership, or who is having a responsibility to manage an organization, or it could be any team, be it a cricket team or football team, should do. So at the last, I would like to say that emotional intelligence plays a key role as it combines our emotions to the intelligence, two of the most important things in present world.
Okay. So I liked your structure. You started with the definition, introduction, then pros and cons and conclusion. It was a good attempt. I liked how you spoke about the cons because not many people do that, especially in topics like this. So it was good. But if you could have elaborated more on the pro side, like how emotional intelligence also has positive impact, like enhanced communication or conflict resolution and decision making, because as managers they expect you to have a very positive personality. So yeah, you should mention the cons as well, but emphasize more on the pros, because it will make you look that yeah, you have a vision and you are a positive person in general. So if you could elaborate more on the pros, it would be fine, and overall it was a good attempt.
Thank
Shaurya.
Yes, present. Just this. Yeah.
So are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, so your topic is okay, so balancing profitability and corporate social responsibility. I'll repeat, balancing profitability and corporate social responsibility.
Okay.
Your time starts now, Kathi. You can start.
Okay. So balancing profitability and CSR. Um, in my opinion, when a company comes into existence, when an organization comes into an existence, it is mainly believed that it will be looking for profits, maximizing profits by maximizing their sales volume. But I feel this is not it. Every organization should strike a balance between making profits and doing corporate social responsibility. Uh, One such example is the Tata. So Tata has found that balance between maximizing profits and contributing to CSR. Uh, this has helped Tata not just earn goodwill, but people also prefer going for Tata for their products that they offer. Um,
Alright, do you want to end it?
Yeah, I'll end it here.
What happened? Do you want? Aren't you aware of the topic?
No, I just find it quite tough to, elaborate on my points. That's just a weak. That is just a weak
So
one.
now that this stopwatch has stopped, now can you think of any points? Maybe to pressure that.
So, I
See,
mean,
you have
definitely helps.
the example of Tata. You could have
Yeah.
elaborated how Tata was have found that balance, like what all did they do? Or you could have given one simple example, like let's say a company is investing in renewable energy sources. So initially, they'll definitely occur higher cost because it's not affordable for every company. But in the longer run, that investment will reduce their own energy expenses, and it will positively impact them, and their growth, their sales volume also will increase. So this is how they are finding the balance between profitability and CSR. They are doing it both, and so this is one of the example that how you can go sustainable. And even the Tata example was good, but if you could have elaborated on that,
Uh,
or anything like long-term focus, or any uh, stakeholder engagement, now that every stakeholders, they need CSR activities, they need someone who incorporates this, and so that it can benefit both the society and the company in general.
right.
So maybe if you could have added these examples.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Noted. Yeah.
Yeah, eco-friendly, anything we have talked about.
Okay, so the thing is, I am not so good at public speaking, and I've never like even participated in debates, and I rarely remember giving a speech. So I just want to know some tips so that I can improve.
See, the more you put yourself in uncomfortable situations, the better you get. So maybe participate very frequently, not maybe not here, maybe within your peer group with friends, so that you can get more comfortable there, and then take a step here. Make sure you attempt more before your DD, so that you understand how the flow should go.
Okay.
Practice is a key here as well.
Yeah, thank you.
Ganesh,
Yes.
so your topic is new generation IIMs are weakening the brand of IIM. I'm repeating, new generation IIMs are weakening the brand of IIM. Your time starts now. You can start now.
My topic is new generation IIMs or weakening the IIMs. So current generation, whoever are seeking to get an education from the IIMs, those people are just looking for the tags for the sake of tag they are getting into. They do not have that well equipped mentality to be an opted manager, but what they want is just a package, just a money factor that they are looking for. So even if they end up getting some of the package from the college, I don't think they will be growing ahead. So currently even now when there is a recession going on, in current situation where the recession is going on, the new generations are not well equipped with the skills they are required to, and hence they end up getting lesser packages which are supposed, and the people who are actually do want to be a proper manager, they do know what to do and how to get to their best step. So what they do is they just get skilled up, and they do what is required according to the current market situation and what is required according to their goal ahead. And they also know how, where they see themselves after 5 years, after 10 years, wherever they want to be. So I think if a person is well equipped, then also in current situation where there is a high level of recession, that person can get a good package in it. And also uh, new generation are only the thing that they want is just to get into the college, and till then only they, I think, they work, and after that they just get exhausted most of the time, so they don't do it. So what the motivating factor for those people who just get exhausted is that it is not just a way to do it, and as in
You can stop.
sorry,
You can
it
stop.
was okay.
So, how do you think it went? Any self-review first?
I think it was kind of pointy, but there was lack of structure in it.
I think that yeah, you took the extreme side. You started with the negative side, and for the 2 minutes, you continued for the same because you have to maintain the balance. You shouldn't just pick
Yeah,
one side, right?
uh,
You have to
what
always be
what I
diplomatic.
always face off that as I just take one side and I got extremely over that. I really do
Mm.
not get that in me, that I also have to take other side also, and I have to be diplomatic. So I think
Yeah,
I'll
you
have.
have to be because this will ruin your chances. Because see, I know new generation IIMs, they definitely do have some problems, but at the same time, India, the demographics that we are living in, there is already a huge imbalance between the people who are getting proper education and those who are not. So with more IIMs coming in, there is more access to education. Then the resources, the infrastructure, they are going to be built up, and the location at which these ions are there, so even that builds up the culture of the city. So you could have added some positive points as well. You just went on saying the negative points, and it depicts you as a negative person, right? So
Yeah,
you're not saying the positive side and just the negative side, so
yeah.
that wouldn't go in your favor at all.
Okay, I'll work on it.
Yeah, so try to be diplomatic from next time.
Thank you.
Yeah, Chirag.
Hi, good evening.
Yeah, so are you ready?
Yes, yes, I'm ready.
Okay, so your topic is rise of e-commerce.
Okay.
You can start now.
Yes. So with the in a country like India, where there are a lot of people living in, and with the generation we are, where we need things at our own disposal, I think the e-commerce sites and e-commerce has given us a very great source to order and to get things done. The giants like there's a lot of potential in e-commerce where we can see it has enabled to provide the employment to the workers. Also to the unskilled workers, like in the way of delivery boys or warehouse managers, where the people are working in the warehouse. And also it has also opened up a lot of opportunities and has made payment aggregators like Paytm, fintech companies to come up in India, or around the world. Also in e-commerce, with the rise in e-commerce, there is also a downfall for the retail businesses in India. which also led to the shutting down of a lot of businesses, retail businesses, which were selling their products to the local market. But at the same time, e-commerce is also opened up for the people who are living in the remote areas to sell their product online and to get to earn the money. Be it a small trader or a large trader, they are all selling their products on Flipkart, Amazon, or for say Jio, Misho, and with the coming up of a with the coming of the people with the coming of the people, there is always a rise. We can see, for the example, Misho. It started like 5 to 6 years back, and it has started reporting profits. And for the Flipkart, Walmart purchased Flipkart. It was the first e-commerce site made in India by an Indian. So yeah, so we can see the growth and the potential e-commerce has, and giants like Amazon and all, they are also engaged in providing not only the consumer durable products, they are also providing the essential commodities like medicines and all, which are very important, like 1mg and Farm Easy. The people
You
who
can
can
stop
order.
now.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, you started off good. The examples that you have taken, they were appropriate, and you have also discussed the employment factor. That was also good. But I would also appreciate if you like discussed some of the challenges that are there and future opportunities that are present in the e-commerce.
Uh,
Challenges part you completely missed.
uh,
Opportunities you still you spoke something about it, but the challenges I think you missed it out completely.
I was talking about the retail businesses that have faced challenges due to the e-commerce side. They have been shut down due to that.
No, I'm saying the further challenges like maybe cybersecurity risk
So
or
cybersecurity and cyber frauds
the
already.
logistical issues
Yeah,
that e-commerce has,
yes,
anything
yes,
of that sort.
yes. Okay.
Okay.
Yes,
Then
thank you.
Aryan, yeah, sure. Aryan,
Yes.
okay. So your topic is day versus night. I'll repeat, day versus night.
Can you repeat, please?
Day versus night.
Day versus night.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your time starts now to think.
Okay, sure. Okay, can I start?
Yeah, you can start. I guess Aryan has some issues with his network connections. We will proceed with the next one. Anuradha, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Please turn on your camera. Anuradha,
Um,
can
Let
you
me
please?
just, I'm trying to, it is not happening.
Yeah, okay.
It is on, right?
Yes, yes. So
Okay.
your topic is problems of Bangalore. You can start now.
So, we know Bangalore as the startup hub of India, but recently Bangalore is also gaining a new title, that is the traffic hub of India. Because every day on internet we are seeing a lot of videos and photographs where people are stuck in traffic for the day, for even for days actually. So it is becoming a very big problem for Bangalore to manage traffic, because Bangalore falls into an area where there are a lot of choke points, and the government of India is trying to uh, manage these choke points and create solutions so that the traffic can be solved and people are not just stuck there and not attend their meetings. Second problem that I believe Bangalore is having is the high cost of living. Bangalore, the cost there is very high as compared to other parts in India. People, a lot of people live outside of Bangalore and then travel to Bangalore just to uh, save some uh, save some price on the housing. You do not even get the right houses there, because they a lot of memes are also floating on that they need to check your uh, certificates to even allot you house on rent. So the high cost of living, Bangalore is becoming very expensive, and housing is a problem. The traffic needs to be solved there, and as we Bangalore is um, improving and gaining more exposure in the global scenario, we need to solve these problems and to
You
have
can
more. Okay.
Okay, I liked the way you started because you discussed the startup culture and then you went to the traffic congestion part. And I thought that as you have mentioned the startup culture, so you will also talk about the insufficient infrastructure there exists in Bangalore, because now it has been a lot of issues there. So that you could have discussed. There's the another major problem was water scarcity, which you completely missed. I mean, these are the key points that you should be covering. And at the end, you said that there should be some solution. But what exactly? Or what are the potential solutions? Even that you have to discuss in your conclusion. Overall, it was a decent attempt. I liked the way you started. Okay. Arun Krishna.
Yeah.
Okay, so your topic is moonlighting.
Okay.
Your time starts now to think. You can start now.
Yeah, so the topic given today for me is moonlighting. First, let's define what is moonlighting. Like moonlighting uh, is defined as like an employee who is currently under any organization working for some other like working for somebody else or doing his own business in as a part-time after his ideal office working hours. So it has some advantages and disadvantages. Mainly the companies consider this as moonlighting as a breach of loyalty between the employer and the employee. So they they feel that they have an ownership of the employee, since he is being paid, he's in the payroll of the company and the company provides him salary. So few companies, like, they uh, have strict rules regarding moonlighting, that their employees should not be involved in any other businesses other than the company job itself. But it could be an like an side hustle for the employee. It could give some benefits to the employee, such as an extra income, a place to show off his creative abilities, some other talents, or even hone his own skills, which will be uh, further used for the job he is working as also. Like, for example, as a software developer, if developer is involved in building his own apps as a freelancer, it will again improve his skills only, which the company will be benefited. So, like, yeah, can I continue?
Yeah, continue. You
Yeah,
have
yeah.
20 seconds left.
Okay, okay. So yeah, so it could be beneficial to the employee, but the employer is also concerned about whether the employee will be exhausted due to moonlighting, so that his day job might get affected or not. So, like, I personally feel moonlighting, until and unless it
Stop.
harms the, yeah, employee's day jobs
Stop.
capacity, it could be fine. Okay.
Okay, so yeah, you have discussed both the pros and cons. So for maintaining the structure and the flow, you could have first discussed the pros and then the cons, because
Okay.
in between it there was a mixed match. But however, you had good points about both the pros and cons. But your extempore lacked the conclusion. You have to also conclude, right? So what is exactly your end view, and how we can proceed with this concept?
Yeah, like, I lost track of time in between. Okay.
Yes, yes, yes. No problem. With practice, you'll get that.
Sure. Thanks. Thank you.
Okay. Yes.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. So yeah, your topic is going to be abstract, and it is some languages are more beautiful than others. Your time starts now. You can start now.
So many people believe that some languages are more beautiful than other because there are many reasons behind it, and I think some of them are reasonable and some of them are not quite right. So many people believe that their mother tongue, which can be any language, is more beautiful than other because they know their that language very well and they can express their thought and uh, express their feeling in that language very well. So that might be the reason that they feel that that language is more beautiful than other. And also, many people like to explore other languages from different cultures. Like I've seen many people learn Japanese language or Spanish language because they like to consume that content. They say that those languages are better than English or languages like that because they have more vocabulary and they have very they have a much depth of grammar in their language. While English does not have that much of depth. It is a very not very simple, but comparably in comparison of those languages, easier to understand and easier to learn. So I think that is the main reason why many people believe that some language are beautiful. But I think that this is not true. This is a very subjective topic because there is not such a thing that beautiful language, because if you don't understand that language, that people is saying yes, this is beautiful language, that is beautiful language, then you will never understand why that language is beautiful, because you will never understand that language, and you can't convince other person that is why this language is beautiful and why this language is not, and mainly because it is very hard. I can stop.
Yeah. Your last 1 minute was totally on how the language is subjective in nature. Like, if you know the language, it's good for you. So 1 minute you just spoke on that. So maybe you could have explored other dimensions. Like, let's say that poetry, people believe that it's beautiful more in Urdu. So that's a common notion, right? So you could have discussed that this is one of the view, and some believe that French is such a beautiful language because the Italian poets and the poetry in Urdu, the French, these are widely liked by people. So you could have delved into that aspect as well. And at last, what you have concluded, that was too long. That could have been for 15 to 20 seconds. Overall, it was a
So
decent attempt because it was an abstract topic. So yeah, it was a
abstract
decent.
is not my strong suit. Whenever there is abstract topic, I just blank out. I have to practice it more.
No, but it was a good attempt.
Thank you. I will try my best next time.
Yeah, sure. So we will be having more sessions like this. So everyone, guys, please follow structure and the two techniques that I have taught you, peel and star. I'll also share the PDF with you guys. Make sure that you try to follow those techniques and implement them in your extempore. And overall, a great session. Thank you so much.